Hi, and welcome to another edition of What's the Points? I'm Andy Luton from Andy's Travel Blog, your host, and we have to get right to it. We have quite a bit to cover this evening. It's only been 3 days since our last episode, but as you know, in the miles and points world, everything tends to happen very quickly. So up first, we have an incident in Dubai. There was an Emirates jet that landed and caught fire upon landing, and everybody had to evacuate the jet. It was a very, very dangerous situation. Sadly, a firefighter lost their life combating the fire. All the passengers and crew made it out safely. When things like this happen, you have to be thankful for what you can. So it's very encouraging to see an incident like this happen, and the crew and passengers survive. And obviously, our thoughts and prayers go to the family of the firefighter who perished. But anyways, the Points guy posted an article that everybody's been talking about what actually happened, but the Points guy actually posted an article that kind of got me thinking, and it was talking about travel habits and how those can impact a thing like an evacuation when the plane is on fire. And the number one thing is, don't ever get your bag when it comes time to evacuate a jet. Leave everything where it is. And I've always thought, okay, well, what's the harm of grabbing a backpack or something? But you can literally cost somebody their life doing it. But what made me take pause and think to myself were just little things about how I pack and my onboard routine and how that could impact me, not just during an evacuation, but afterwards. So for example, most of the time when I get on, especially a long haul flight, the very first thing I do is take my shoes off, take everything out of my pockets and put them in the overhead bin in my backpack or in the seat pocket in front of me. And something that the article suggested, and I totally agree with it, totally caught me off guard, but I totally agree with it, is to keep your passport on you, until the plane's in the air. Keep your shoes on and everything like that, and don't really get into what I call sleep mode until you're safely in the air. That way, if you do have to evacuate, it's typically better if you have a passport on you and have your shoes on, because you never know if it's going to be cold. You don't want to be walking around on a gravel parking lot or landing strip or anything like that. So a very interesting article. As always, I'll link below to it and hope you enjoy that. Okay, up next, this random, it's bad writing, but this guy, Andy, Andy's Travel Blog. Sorry, I had to pimp my own blog every once in a while. I posted a couple days ago, the whole American change to their miles earning structure. I started looking at how they were going to show it and display it on their website, and I thought it was kind of confusing at first, but then it made sense. And so I'll post that link below, but basically the way it works now is that they earn it on revenue, or you earn award miles on revenue. And the way they define base miles and bonus miles is very confusing, but basically your base miles are the 5 points per dollar that you spend, or that everybody gets. And like me, I'm executive platinum, so I get a total of 11 points per mile. And so what they simply did is they said, okay, 5 times the miles, or 5 times the value is your base miles, and then that remaining 6 times would be the bonus miles. So long story short, now you don't have to read the article. So anyways, check that out if you want. And I won't pimp myself too much on this, I promise. Number 3, in credit card news, the City Prestige changes that came up that are taking place next year. Everybody was kind of looking around for the next greatest thing. Well, it may be coming soon. So Doctor of Credit, who I haven't mentioned before, but runs a fantastic blog, not only talking about credit cards that are out there, but also the pitfalls of getting into the whole credit card game and how to manage this stuff responsibly, tips and tricks for things like that. So it's a wonderful blog. I highly recommend you check it out. Again, linked below. They posted an article about a new card potentially coming out from Chase. Now, 1 mile at a time has also speculated that this card may be coming as soon as August 21st, and called the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Sounds pretty elite. But anyways, it's basically a mix of the benefits look like a mix between the American Express Platinum card and the City Prestige card. So you're looking at an annual fee in the $350 to $450 range. You're looking at an airline credit of, some people are saying $300, some people are saying $250, very similar to Amex Platinum, City Prestige. But the big thing that there's universal rumorage about, or the rumors tend to agree on this, is that it's going to come with a 100,000 ultimate reward point bonus, which is fantastic. That is a ton of miles. You can take a lot of flights with that. As for me, I probably won't be getting the card since I just got the City Prestige card. I'm going to enjoy the City Prestige card for that last year until the benefits change, and I may pick one up next year. But if it's been a while for you and you're okay with an annual fee card or an annual fee in the $350 to $450 range, getting 100,000 ultimate reward points for $450 in and of itself wouldn't be a bad deal. Plus you get the airline fee credits and a bunch of other perks, the typical ones, 3 times for 3 times or 3 ultimate reward points for every dollar you spend on travel, things like that. And then finally, Wandering Era Man, I think, posted the best summary of the new United routing changes. So United in their Mileage Plus program, they said they simplified things and streamlined things for their customers. Anytime you see words like that, like business words, like business card bingo kind of words, it means they probably made something worse. And sure enough, United basically took away their stopover rules, or the stopovers that they gave you on award tickets, which is bad. But then they also took away the free extra leg that you could put on to their trips. So it was a bummer, and they've tried to mask this under the guise of making things simpler for our customers. But in doing so, they also made things a lot more rigid and a lot more inflexible. And they made a lot of awards that used to be fairly cheap go dramatically up in value. I will say this about United: at least their routing rules are fairly widely known. Versus American and Delta or One World and SkyTeam, where the routing rules and the exceptions to those rules are a little bit harder to decipher. So that is all we have for this evening. We will see you on Monday night for episode 4 of What's the Points. Until then, I'm Andy from Andy's Travel Blog. Take care out there and travel safe. 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 Safe.